MLB25 broadcasting.
I miss your love when you left me, baby, you did. Oh, baby, come here, caress you. Oh, baby, let us all won't be what you miss. Come here, sugar, and get to this. Oh, baby, I want you here. I want to do something. I want to feel what I felt along. Oh, baby, and get to this. Ooh, remember, baby, how you made
This again?
like me. Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready for you to start doing the things trying to blow your mind. You're so fine, so petite. Oh, candy sweet. Oh, I can't wait. Come here, baby. Get through this. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Don't make me wait, I can't wait. Oh, I'm so impatient for your love. Come here, sexy baby, get to this. Girl, I know you've been gone long time. Girl, you nearly split my mind, baby. Girl, you've been gone for so long and so bad, baby. Glad that you're home, oh baby.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Motor City. This is Comerica Park. MLB The Show has action out of the AL Central. It's the Kansas City Royals and the Detroit Tigers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. About to get started here, and on the hill, the big righty, Matt Manning. How about a report on him, Chris?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Late swing, foul to the left. Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. One down. And here now, the lineup for the Royals. Chris, here's a lineup that's dangerous for multiple reasons.
Boog, I think you've got to pick your poison, if you will. Can't try to worry about the running game, because if you do, it'll take your focus off these hitters and they'll hit the ball over the fence. So I think the smartest thing, go after the hitters, make sure you make great pitches. If you give up some stolen bases, so be it.
Number 21 stands in here, takes ball one low. Manning, the tall righty, 27 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2016. Up the middle, base hit. That was smoked through the infield.
Batting third. Vinny Pasquantino.
One down. And to the plate for Kansas City, Vinny Pasquantino. There goes the runner. Pitch misses. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
I think that steal kind of sets the tone, not just for this game, but for the entire series. First inning, game one, so that kind of tells me they're going to be aggressive on offense and try to force the issue whenever they can.
Man at second. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. And the right-hander deals. Fought off foul. In the air on the infield, McKinstry sizing this one up. Brings it in. 2 away.
Batting fourth, right fielder Jorge Soler.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Jorge Soler up at the plate.
If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure this team is chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game.
Soler with just one more homer to reach the 200 career mark. 2 outs.
You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers. He's putting himself in great company.
Move to second.
He's safe.
Wow, it changed my fucking number, dude.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Baez fires over to first. And that is the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. The Tigers coming up, no score. Back here with my pal Siggy. And how about him?
Well, they're going with the opener in this one, so this is an interesting look. He's probably only going to pitch an inning, maybe 2 at the most, and he's going to be unconventional. I think he's going to pitch backwards, more off speed, and then fastballs late.
Bottom of the first, here's the third baseman, Zach McKinstry. In the air, left field, down the line, and that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. This one lifted in the air, left field. Blanco makes the grab, 1 down. And now the Tigers line up for manager A.J. Hinch. They're facing a guy today who is a strike thrower. Doesn't issue a lot of walks, so they're going to have to work hard to generate base runners.
And when you've got a strike thrower like this guy on the mound, you can't be overly patient as a hitter because the umpire is generally going to give him the benefit of the doubt. So you got to go up there, understand what's in his repertoire, be aggressive in what you can handle. And you get 3 swings, why not take all 3 of them? With his control and command, he's going to be in the strike zone.
Slings to first. That's the second out. 2 outs, base is empty. And next to hit for Detroit, Terry Carpenter. Foul ball. And a foul ball. 2 outs, base is empty. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. To third, and it kicks off the bag. And that extends the inning for Spencer Torkelson.
Batting fourth, first baseman.
Now at the plate, Spencer Torkelson. Right through there for a strike. The 0-2. On the ground. They get the force. Inning over. One left for Detroit. Scoreless after one. New inning getting
Leading
started. And
the
now it's
Royals,
Salvador
catcher,
Perez to the plate.
Salvador Perez.
Manning back to work. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
I'll tell you what, he's embarrassed right now. Never swings at that kind of pitch, especially that early in the count.
Outside low, and it's 1-2. On the ground right side, and that one finds its way through. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Stepping in, the slugging shortstop Bobby Witt Jr. This guy with big time power and an elite defender. Ground ball left side, could be two. Tosses across the first. One out in the second.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. The job was to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score the go-ahead run. That's exactly what happened. So you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. That's out number 2. And now, Tyrone Blanco, and what a two-way player. Not just offensively, but as good a defensive outfielder as there is in the game. And that is out of play. Runner at second, 2 down.
Well, the offense really struggled last night. I mean, it was awful. So I think picking up a run right here, that's going to get him going a little bit.
And he chases that one. That's the third out. One hit, one left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied, 0-0. And we're back. Here is Gleyber Torres.
Second baseman, Gleyber.
That's a strike, and it's 0-1.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
And it's off the bag. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Colt Keith stands in now and watches strike one. This one high in the air to left center. Isbell on the move to the
Batting 7.
next to hit,
Center
Wenzel
fielder,
Perez.
Wenzel
The switch hitter
Perez.
batting right. That one finds the zone, and that's strike one. And ball 1. And there's a foul ball. Base base hit. That was smoke through the infield. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Now it's going to be Jake Rogers. And that one fouled off. In there at the knees. And it's 0-2.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Roll to short, could be 2. Witt over to second, and that's 2.
Got the batter to hit it exactly where he wanted. That textbook 6-4-3 double play, gets out of the jam and back in the dugout.
Back here at the ballpark,
Leading off
coming
for the
off
Royals,
a
third
tough
baseman,
series
Raquel
offensively, and a
Garcia.
look at those numbers. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Torkelson makes the play, and there's one down. And now the center fielder, Kyle Isbell. 0 for 1 as he popped out foul to third his first time up. And a foul ball. 1 out, base is empty. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
We'll take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Here's the second baseman. Going 1.
0-1's the count.
Top of the third, no score. Headed towards the corner. Vierling makes the grab on the run. Home half of the third coming up. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's Baez.
Shortstop, Javier Baez.
If they did a poll of top tattoos in Major League Baseball, Javi Baez, I think, would have to be in the top 5. Right on the back of his neck is the Major League Baseball logo. So it's effectively right under the MLB logo that's on his cap. That's a hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
At the plate, Zach McKinstry. Checks his swing. Now would appeal to third. And he won around. Just enough that time. In the air, left field, down the line. And there's a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
No, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff with base hit.
Grounder might be 2. Witt for 1. Relay to first, double play.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
And next up for the Tigers, Kerry Carpenter. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Drops into the glove, and that is the third out of the inning. Tigers leave one, and we are still scoreless. All set for the start of the inning. Stepping in the long ball threat, Vinny Pasquantino. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball.
Well, these Royals definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Carpenter sizes this one up. He's got it. One up, one down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football. His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it.
Soler in his 11th season, 33 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. One down, base is empty. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Very high with that one. 2-2. Fourth inning underway, no score. And the sweeper misses. Gets a piece and stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Go ahead run on base. Salvi steps into the box now. Ripped on a line. Harris squeezes it. 2 down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Yeah, the batter now, Bobby Witt Jr. grounded out his first time up. Swinging a foul straight back. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So no runs here and a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We're midway in the 4th, no score. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
First baseman Spencer Torkelson.
Now one missed.
Outside.
Ripped on a line to center. And it's caught for the out.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
To the left side, but it is well foul. All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Struck him out looking.
Tremendous job of bringing that ball back over the plate. He gets just enough of it to get the call. And I'll tell you what, as a hitter, it starts out of the zone. It looks really far away, and for it to catch the outside corner.
He's got it, and that'll end the inning. So they make short work of him there. On to the top of the fifth we go. We're tied 0-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Manning back to work. Misses inside, and that is ball one.
Well, these Royals, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
Ball 3. I got 3-0.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Next to hit, Dairon Blanco. And he can't come up with it. And they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they clean things up for the out.
Baseman,
Michael Garcia steps in for the Royals. Liner, base hit. And that keeps the inning going. Back to the top of the lineup. Kyle Isbell steps in for the Royals. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner in a scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's in a tough spot. Had to make a great pitch. Did it. Got the strikeout. Gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back in Comerica Park. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Wenzel Perez. Foul ball there.
Well, these Tigers doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double, and his second hit.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. On a line. Isbell makes the grab on the run, and he's in safely at third with 1 out. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And the batter will be the shortstop, Javier Baez. Infield comes in now. Right through there for a strike. 1 away with a runner at third. Last half of inning number 5. And that misses. And the count is 1-1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
High in the air, out to right. Makes the grab. Runner tags from third. He'll score on the sac fly, and it's 1-0. Now the third baseman, Zach McKinstry. Fastball for a strike.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
And that's downstairs. And it's a ball to strike. Gets him to chase after that one.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And that one missing low.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. That's the inning. So it's 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on. We're through 5. It's the Tigers 1 and the Royals nothing. Back here in Detroit, and the batter now, number 21.
Number 21.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
And the first offering is not close. Late swing, fouled off. Headed towards the corner, and that is a foul ball. And a ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. Tap foul at the plate. With the tying run at second, and we're the top half of the 6th. Way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit. Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Ground ball right side. Oh, great stop. Nicely done for the out.
First of all, that's a great diving stop to keep the ball on the infield. Then he's able to get up and get an out. He also keeps that runner from advancing any further. If that ball gets through, the complexion of this inning could be drastically different.
Jorge Soler steps in for the Royals. Outside.
Ball 1, no strike.
And that's ball 1. Little chopper rolls foul.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
And there's the ball.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
Hammered on the line, base hit. In from third is the tying run. It's an RBI single. It's 1-1.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Matt Manning departs, and that was a start. So the Tigers get a new arm from the pen, Jason
Number
Foley.
68. Jason.
Go ahead,
Foley.
run on base. Perez digs in now, 1 for 2. And fouled off. Fouled off. He was late. Slow roller up the middle. There's one. Now to throw to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. But the RBI single pushes across a run. All even at 1 apiece. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And we're back. John Shelby with Chris Singleton in the booth. And leading off the bottom of the 6th, Matt Vierling. Now a screamer into the outfield. And that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And he's got a leadoff triple.
He was all over that one. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on. It's such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there. A chance now to take the lead. And at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Now a chance for Kerry Carpenter. Yeah, that's fouled off. And a swing and a miss.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
With the go-ahead run at third here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Hauls it in for the out.
Well, it was a bad read off the bat, but he still managed to make the catch. That could have turned out much worse. Catch saved him a run.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Spencer Torkelson will hit next. 0 for 2 in this one. The bit behind with that swing.
Well, a come and get me